Hello and welcome. I'm here to review my Citizen Promaster NY0040 diver's watch. I got this watch last year at around August, and it's been over a year, and I'm here to share to you what I think about this watch. So ever since I saw this watch reviewed on YouTube, I actually fell in love with the watch. So I got myself one, used of course. I got it for about 5,000 pesos. And so here it is. The Citizen Promaster NY0040-09E. So let's start with the dimensions first. It has a diameter of 42 millimeters, a thickness of about 13, a tip to tip of about 48 millimeters, and a lug width of 20. The case is stainless steel. It has a high polish finish on the sides and a bit of a circular brushing on the top. Bezel is 60 click. Has a nice feel to it. It has an aluminum insert, so as you can see, it's a scratch magnet. The case back, where you can see some of the information right there. Citizen Watch Go, water resistant. You have the serial number right there. The movement is also stamped right there, the 8203 movement. Promaster logo, Promaster Citizen. The notable difference in this watch compared to others is the crown, which is located at the 8 o'clock. Now, I'm right-handed, so whenever I set the watch, I flip it upside down, unscrew the crown, and adjust while the watch is upside down. It's weird at first, but you get used to it after a while. So the action of the crown is quite good. Screwing down the crown is fairly easy. Jet black dial. It's a glossy type of dial. As you can see, the markers are applied, save for the branding under the 12 o'clock. Diver's water resist 200 meters above the 6 o'clock marker. Those are printed. The chapter ring, as you can see, some of the minute markers have already been faded. So the hands are quite unique. As you can see, the second hand is an arrow. It has a round counterbalance. The minute hand has a stylized arrow. The hour hand looks like a stubby syringe. My only problem with that is the hour hand is quite a bit too short. There's a day and date complication at 3 o'clock. As you can see, it follows the theme of the watch, white text on a black background. And all our markers are loomed. Hands are loomed quite generously. Loom pip at the 60-minute marker for the bezel. The dial is protected by a thick mineral crystal. Now the crystal on my watch has been polished. Watch, when I bought it, came with the original rubber straps. I'll show you that in a moment. So here they are. Quite hard pieces of rubber. The buckle is substantial. It has two keepers, and it has this no decompression limits table, which I have no idea how to use. And interestingly, it's marked with the letter N at the back of the longer strap, which I have no idea what it means. So it's textured at the back, quite smooth on top. I have since replaced it with Nato straps. As you can see, I have an assortment. Here I have a black and gray, a black and green. Here I have a different style Nato strap with thinner rings. This one, of course, has a red stripe, alternate with green and black. I kind of like this strap. I think this one really goes well with the watch. And I have, of course, an all black, which goes with almost any type of watch. I'm gonna put the watch on this strap, and I will show you what it looks like on my wrist. The watch is now secure on the Nato strap, so I'm gonna wear it. There, that's how it looks on a Nato strap on my 6 1/4 inch wrist. Zoomed out for a bit of perspective. The loom on the watch is quite strong. I'll show you a loom shot. Why do I like it? Well, first of all, it's an ISO rated diver, and it's quite unique. The design is quite unique. The position of the crown at 8 o'clock takes quite a bit of getting used to, but it's one of the features that I like. It makes this watch really unique. And the knurling on the bezel, they're quite prominent. They're intermittent, so not all of the bezel has knurling, but it's indeed quite grippy. Another thing why I like this watch is because the Citizen NY0040, the militarized version, was used by the Italian Navy. Now, the civilian version, which I have here, is 200 meters, has 200 meters of water resistance. Sorry about that. But the one used by the Italian Navy is rated at 500. I don't know what they changed, but it's been speculated that it's the same watch. So theoretically, this watch must be rated at 500 meters as well. So cons: the loom is okay, but it's not as strong as other watches. Another is the usage of the crown. So like I said, you kind of want to practice a bit to get used to operating the crown at the 8 o'clock. Another is the lack of parts, lack of aftermarket parts, so it's quite difficult for me to source a new crystal, a bezel insert, dial hands, and crown. So trying to keep myself from mentioning the SKX, but I guess it's unavoidable. This came out in 1997. This is most likely Citizen's answer to Seiko's SKX, but the one-up of the Citizen over the SKX is the ability to hand wind. So yeah, I forgot to mention the movement. The movement is an 8203 Miyota movement. It does not hack, but it does hand wind. So one up for Citizen on that. And the placement of the crown at the 8 o'clock seems to be a direct opposition to the looks of the SKX. That's my personal take on it anyway. However, the SKX has gained prominence, and this one has quite literally flown under the radar, and most people actually desire the SKX over this one. Personally, I like this watch because it is quite unique. The placement of the crown, the bezel, the overall look of the watch is quite different from any other divers I have seen and handled. It is a special watch to me, since almost every day I see someone with an SKX, and for me that lowers the special factor of the watch. I actually take pride in knowing that I'm the only one wearing a Lefty. They actually call this a Lefty watch, a Promaster Lefty, where everyone else is wearing an SKX. So if you are into divers, I can definitely recommend this to you. It's a bit difficult now to get one. I believe it's been discontinued, so it's quite difficult to get one, but there are still a few floating around in the used market. Citizen has recently released the NY0080 divers line, which is actually a descendant of this watch. Has the same aesthetics, but nothing compares to owning one of the original Promaster Lefties. So as far as I know, there are 4 variants of this one. What I have here is the black with silver bezel. There's another black dial version with a gold bezel and crown. There is another with the all loomed dial. That one is quite difficult to get. And there's another that is even more rare, the blue dial version. If you like this watch and you like my review, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell icon to be notified of new content. Thank you for watching. Have a good day and enjoy.